All right, man, today we're gonna talk about 3 companies that I can have you position your portfolio with. They owe money, but they're gonna print a lot of new money in your portfolio. Now listen, these 3 companies are boring businesses. These are things that I really love. I think you should have a mixture of your portfolio of exciting companies and boring companies, because that's how your portfolio gonna find balance. So in 2025, what we're gonna do is we're gonna start doing some things called which portfolio would you choose, right? And that's gonna be important. But right now, I wanna talk about 3 companies today that are really, really, really sleepers. And if you stay to the end of the video, I'm gonna show you the one that I love the most. It's your boy, the Wall Street Trapper. Y'all know my goal is to help you build wealth one share at a time, right? So listen, before we get into this video, I want you to like, I want you to subscribe. Please share it out, but most importantly, in the comments, I need you to tell us what you think about this video and how this video will help you and how we can help you. Let's get to it, man. When it comes to building our portfolios, I pride myself in that, right? We've beat the market the last 3 years by double digits. I love it because I find pride in that. I take joy in that, right? It's a game that I love, right? Because most people say you can't beat the market or you shouldn't be in the game to beat the market. And I totally disagree with that. Most people say that you should just buy index funds and chill. I don't agree with that. I don't believe that the average investor is that lazy where they don't want to research and study, because it's about your money and you got to take your money serious. So one of the things that I want to do is help you take your money in serious. Now, of course, we know that I don't love your money as much as you love your money, right? So what I want to do here is help you find a pathway to making your money work for you, man. So make sure you got a pen and a pad so we can walk through this thing the right way, man. All right, so first on my list is this company right here, TSCO. And you may know them by the name of Tractor Supply, right? Now, what I like about this company is this company has a specific group of people that it caters to, right? And I remember when I was working in power plants, and I remember when I was working, like all of these power plants would be like in these rural areas, right? And like you would have a Walmart and you would have a Tractor Supply, right? Like if you know, you know. You would have a Walmart for sure, and you would have a Tractor Supply. Now, the dope part about this Tractor Supply is when I did the research on it, this company positions itself in those type, like you won't find a Tractor Supply deep in the city, right? They put them in those areas because that's their consumer, the plant workers, the rural areas. Watch this. They cater to farmers and ranchers. Their key products are livestock, trucking, towing, heating, equipment, clothing, tractors. Listen, they pay a 1.25% dividend yield, right? They have 2,000 stores, 2,296 stores in 23 states, y'all. That's huge. I'm sorry, 49 states. Let me correct myself. In 49 states, yo, they go crazy, right? Watch this. They paid $1 billion in dividends out last year. They did a 5-for-1 stock split, right? And they ranked 293 on the Fortune 500. This is a solid company, right? They were up last year. It was up 18%. Now, it's not going to like dominate the market, but an 18% return in the market was only up 20-some%. You put this in your portfolio with 5 or 10 stocks, you can easily beat the market. And so that's why I like this company. I love companies that cater to like niche people. So that farmer, that rancher, the one that wear the overalls. And this is not me judging, right? Because I remember being in these little country towns and I was like, yo, this Tractor Supply booming. Like they sell livestock, they sell it all. Trailers, tractors. Yo, this is a big deal. So I like Tractor Supply, right? I like this as something staple in your, it won't be the core part of your portfolio, but it definitely can be one of them ones. Right, next on the list, watch this one, y'all. Old Dominion Freight Line, right? This is one of them ones. Like you've seen JBL before, you've seen some of these. So when you see Old Dominion Freight Line, it's the green truck with the orange around it with the OD on it, right? It is the second largest LTI trucking company in the game. It has 13% market share. Come on now. Oh, this reminds me of another company that I like that I gotta talk about too, right? But it has 13% market share, y'all. Watch this. It has an 11.8% compound annual growth rate, which means this company has been growing its revenue at a compounded rate of 11%. That's good. Just growing, right? And when we think about a trucking company, we think boring business. We think about companies that's always on. Guess what? 90% of the stuff that is transported around America is transported what? On them trucks. Right now, last year, it didn't have a great year last year, but in 5 years, it's up 177%. That's major. It was down last year. Any great company can have a down year. When you zoom out to that 5 year, you're talking about being up 177%. That's colossal. Watch this. It has 70% of its shipments get made next day or the following day. That's huge. The company has a super strong balance sheet. I'm talking about strong balance sheet. And now I'm gonna tell you something. That's truly rare when we're looking at these trucking companies because it's such a capital intensive industry, meaning trucks. When you're talking about fuel, you're talking about just what it takes to get these things going. You're talking about drivers, you're talking about insurance, you're talking about trailers. The truck and the trailer is two completely different things, right? So this is truly a big one, especially for them to be the second largest company in this industry in the LTI with 13% of that market share. This is truly one that we should be looking at. All right, so let me give y'all this last one. Cintas. Now listen, this one here, sleeper. I've owned this one for quite some time. Watch this one. This company has increased its dividends every year since 1983. Now I was born in 82. I'm 43 this year. That means that's 42 years this year that this company has increased that dividend. We love that, right? Now watch this. This company does everything from uniforms, first aid kits, fire retardant stuff. I remember we used to have to get the Cintas stuff. They do the laundry. Like if you got a company and your company uses them, they do the laundry, they fold it. Come on, that's major right there, right? They do training for your company. They do inspections. Like this one here is one of them ones. Watch this. It has $122 billion in cash. I'm sorry. $122 million in cash now, y'all. That's good because it's not a big company. It's a smaller company, right, that has $122 million in cash. It has a strong balance sheet, right? Pays the dividend. This is what I like. I call this one, watch this, a dividend driver. So we can put this one in our portfolio. And look, guess what? It consistently outperforms. This is one of them ones that outperforms. And so I'm gonna tell you something. You can put these three in your portfolio. If you like boring companies, you got something strong right there. Now, I'm not telling you what to do. You put these three with a mixture of tech. Like you get your 2 tech stocks with these three. You throw you a financials up in there. Come on. You throw your financials up in there, and you throw you a mid cap, right? You throw your 2 techs in there with these three, a financials, a mid cap, and then you throw you you go with a healthcare. You got a banging portfolio, right? This is gonna give you balance. You come with 2 techs, a financials. Typically, I'm going with either JPM or Goldman Sachs. Come on, a mid cap. All right, so watch this. Here's what I want to do right quick. Before I do anything else in this video, I want to talk to you about the one out of them three. Let's talk about the one that I personally like the most. Which one you think I'm gonna say? All right, watch this. Cintas. You know why? This one has the strongest balance sheet. Not only does it have the strongest balance sheet, it is consistently paying those dividends out. It is consistently growing that dividend. Management is good. It's a smaller company, so the whales not in and out of it. It consistently grows. It consistently outperforms. Right? It's quiet, it's low key, and that's how we like to play it, y'all. It has great growth, and watch this. It has a sneaky moat. Why do I say that? Because it's number one in the brand at what they do. Right? So like companies who get them for the fire retardant clothes, right? Like all the plants that Gulf Coast read, like they go to them. They like, yo, go to Cintas, go to Cintas, go to Cintas. Guess what? Getting the uniforms pressed. That's a recurring revenue model. We love that. We love that recurring revenue, right? So we love companies that built like this. You talk about the management team consistently growing, consistently evolving, understanding what it takes to have a strong brand in that. The competition is low. The competition in this field is low, which is what we love. We love brand name. Watch this. They got pricing power. They consistently increase, right? Revenue is up. Debt is being paid down like crazy. Revenue is up, debt is being paid down, and profitability is growing. We love that in the brand. So if I had to just pick one out of the three, I'm going with Cintas, ticker symbol CTAS. Listen, man, I hope you love this video. Like, get us in the chat. Tell us what we can do to help you out a little more. Tell me what we can do to help you understand this game better. It's your boy, the Wall Street Chapman, man. We love y'all. We appreciate y'all. Listen, make sure you check out our show each and every Tuesday on the Wall Street Looks Like Us Now network at 7 p.m. Eastern time. Also, just remember that's not me in the chat. That's a bot that's telling you about WhatsApp. That's telling you about us. That's not me. Don't fall for it, man. I see y'all in the chat, man. Make sure you share this video, man. Salute.